All right, so today what I wanted to do is show you the rack that I put on the Nissan Frontier. I got it all installed this last week. I had a chance to take it out a little bit. I haven't really done much with the rack itself, but did go out on some dirt roads this weekend, and I'm out to kind of the Ojito Wilderness area, and just wanted to kind of go over gravel roads, washboard roads, and see how it held on, which it did fantastic. So anyway, with that being said, I'm going to flip the camera around. I'm going to show you the rack itself, kind of how it's mounted on, and some of the things that I've done with it. So here we go. All right, so here's the Yakima Overhaul HD. I put it on this last week. It probably took me about, I don't know, 40 minutes or so to put it on. I'm typically pretty slow with these types of projects, so I imagine if you're kind of mechanically inclined that you could do this much faster. But anyway, for me, it took me about 40-45 minutes to do. I also had my kids out here handing me tools and bugging me in between, so maybe that contributed. Regardless, it's on now. It's a really fun rack. I'm super pleased with it. One thing that you'll notice right off the bat is it is super sturdy once it's all assembled. I have added the cross beams here. You can see that they are adjustable. They have that center channel where I've got my Rotopax mount here. I'm going to place another one right here. This one I do have the extender for, so I can get two 2-gallon jugs on there. I'm probably going to get the lockable one for back here. One thing in New Mexico that is kind of sad, but if things aren't locked down, tied down, difficult to kind of take, then they tend to disappear. So, I'll probably get the lockable one here, keep this one like this, and only put the jugs on it when I'm actually using them. So the mount comes with the 4 towers, and then you have to buy the cross beams. One thing that you'll see online that people tend to get upset about is they buy the tower thinking that that's the complete system. In reality, you have to kind of piecemeal it together. So the cross beams are here. I purchased the 68-inch cross beams. It recommends the 60s. I always buy a little bit longer than they recommend because I just enjoy having that extra space where you can mount an awning or do additional kinds of things up top. You have that additional support. You can see I have my Jetta wagon back here also with the longer bars on the top. That's worked out really well, as long as you know where they're at. Some people do hit their heads on them, which can be super frustrating, but as you can see here, they really don't stick out that much from the body of the truck. So I'm with that. So if you're gonna buy something like that for this kind of mid-sized truck, really think about how big you want those bars, regardless of what Yakima recommends for you to purchase. So the other thing too to know about this system is if you have a Nissan Frontier or the Toyota Tacoma, you are going to have to buy this adapter system because both of those trucks do come with the IntelliTrack kind of system inside the bed of the truck. So to get that to fit, you do have to buy this adapter system, also an additional expense. And Yakima's kind of defense, they did throw you in a lock. Actually, you get 2 of them. I have one here and then one there protecting both sets of towers. The other cool thing about this tower system is it is adjustable. Right now I do have it lower than the roof line just for aerodynamics, but once I get my rooftop tent, I will have to pop that up a little bit higher to get above that front cabin mounted rack that comes kind of standard on the Pro-4x, or at least as an option. It came standard on mine with it. So anyway, later on I will have to adjust that up so I can get above that rack and still have my my rooftop tent up here, fitting and not, sticking out the back of my bed of the truck, 3 feet or something. So that will kind of come next. As of right now, though, like I said, I have it down low. There is a track system here. I have it sealed up, but you can run additional kind of accessories up top to help tie down things like ladders, or you can put an awning up there, all kinds of different stuff that you can attach to that. You also have these tie down points here on each side of those bars. As well as, let's kind of move back to the back again, you do have tie downs on each tower as well, so you get 4 of these inside of the towers. So on this side here, I do have the crossbar. It is empty right now. I'm going to probably mount my traction boards here, my recovery boards. I haven't decided yet on what brand I'm gonna go with. I looked at the Roto Tracks. There aren't a lot of reviews online, but they are less expensive. However, you know, everything does seem to indicate that they are cheaper, more flexible, tend to kind of bend and melt with use a little bit more. So maybe, I don't know, I might end up going with a more expensive recovery board set. If you guys have any recommendations, I am open to that. I'm certainly trying to figure that out. I don't do a ton of off-roading, so I'm in no hurry to get those right now, but eventually at some point, if I want to look super cool, I need them, apparently. So that's what I'm going to do with that. All right, so a few other things about this rack is it is rated for 300 pounds off-road, which is pretty stinking good for my use case. Also 500 pounds around town. So if you're gonna, you know, get a rack like this and use it around town for hauling different items, I'm definitely more than capable for doing that, as well as super capable off-road in their off-road setting. So I'm kind of a Yakima fanboy. I like them. They make quality products for the most part. And I haven't got a ton of use out of this rack yet, but I am very pleased with the purchase. All right, so that's my rack. Thanks for joining me for this brief moment to kind of talk about the gear that I've got so far. So the goal of all of this really is to just kind of have fun, learn along the way, hopefully not make too many expensive mistakes, but ultimately just kind of create a vehicle that I can get out there into the great outdoors and do the things I want to do. So fishing, camping, hiking, and just really have the setup that allows me to do that. So anyway, any kind of suggestions that you guys have along the way, happy to hear them. Like I said, this is just about having fun. So see you next time.